So, is Overwatch 2 getting too much hate? Now, I know if you played Overwatch 1 or you just see a lot of like content creators from Overwatch 1 that play the game excessively have like thousands of hours on the game, right? And they're pretty much saying this is pretty much Overwatch 1.1. Like this is like a balance change for Overwatch 1 pretty much is what this game is cuz the Overwatch 2 is supposed to be like PvE and everything like that. That was the whole point of the 2 even being there in the first place. But this mainly just feels like a microtransaction for Overwatch 1. I'm not gonna lie, like it feels like DLC. And I didn't even play Overwatch 1, so Overwatch 2 is fun to me. I didn't play it at all, never played it, and it was so fun. Like I'm not gonna lie, the game's fun. I still play it, every day. But I get where people are coming from because in Overwatch 1, there was a lot of ways for you to get currency, for you to unlock, skins or just cosmetics in general. Like you had loot boxes that you could actually earn organically by playing the game, right? Like I'm pretty sure they're called like legacy tokens now or something like that. But yeah, you had actual ways to get cosmetics and stuff like that back then. And now you really can't do that because the maximum you're about to get in a week is I think 60 coins. I'm pretty sure in a week, 60 or 90, it's around that a week. And somebody on Reddit, I think, calculated how long it would take for you to actually play the game every week to get enough coins to buy a legendary, and it was some absurd number. And it's crazy because I get why it's getting a lot of hate because of the aggressive marketing and how they're trying to push the shop and for you to buy skins. They're overpricing the skins and how, they're forcing the battle pass on you pretty much. And they made it a ridiculous amount of playtime for you to unlock the new heroes and stuff like that. Like for Kiriko, she's unlocked at tier 55. And it took some guy almost 50 hours of playtime to even get the character unlocked. I'm pretty sure it's 46 hours it took him to actually get the character unlocked. It's either do that, grind the game for hours on end, or give us $10 to play the game, which is kind of strange. You would think that, you would pretty much either put it at the first 10 tiers, I feel like, or first 20 tiers would be perfectly fine. I feel like nobody would really argue about the first 20 tiers of a battle pass. Out of an 80 tier battle pass, like the first 20, you get the new character, right? Which would be, I'm fine with that. I bought the battle pass, so it's really not a big deal for me, but for a lot of people that really don't want to spend money on the game or can't spend money on the game, I would want to spend 50 hours of my life trying to unlock a character I'm probably not going to use because she is very hard to use. She is very hard to use unless you're playing at a very high, level in the game that you can actually use her efficiently, which for like newer players and stuff like that, or just returning players that are trying to get a feel for the game and the new character and stuff like that, it's kind of a hard way to, play the game really when you literally can't use the character that was introduced with the game. It's pretty weird, but I don't know why they chose to do it that way. They took out a lot of core features, a lot of UI things that kind of gave you like satisfaction and stuff like that. Like, they took out the medals, like the bronze, silver, and gold, like damage, healing medals and stuff like that. They took that away for whatever reason. Your character doesn't have any like fire going around it whenever you're popping off and stuff like that, like I seen in Overwatch 1. But like I said, I'm new to Overwatch. I played Overwatch literally never. So this is my first time ever playing an Overwatch game. And I like the game, but I seen a lot of the stuff in Overwatch 1, and I'm confused on why it isn't in 2, because you would think for a sequel you would improve on the first game, because that's kind of what a sequel should do. You improve on the first game, but it kind of defeats the purpose of making a second game when you make it worse. And I don't know how, because you would expand upon what was already in the first one, but in this case they took it away and it was like, we want money. And I guess the reason why it's sort of like that they're pushing so many like microtransactions, or they're just pushing skins and for you to just buy these things so bad, is because the game is free now, so you don't have to pay anymore. Because originally when Overwatch 1 released, it was a $60 game, I'm pretty sure, in like 2017, right? But as you know, obviously the game isn't the servers are shut down now, so you are forced to play this game and it's free. And that's how free games work. They're free for you to play, but for you to get everything else, you have to pay. So it's technically not free, but it is, if you understand what I'm saying, because they kind of force you to buy these things, or you're paying, I don't know, or you're playing for forever in a way, which doesn't really make a lot of sense, I guess. It's kind of like artificial playtime, where they make the game repetitive on purpose so you can play the game to get certain things. Or if you don't want to do said repetitive things, you pay. So they're literally forcing you in a way to pay to play. Like, I don't know. It's kind of weird how you're forced to you're almost forced to pay to play a free to play game, which is strange. Like, that's kind of the whole point of making the game free, to, make it, more enticing for people that didn't want to spend, $60 on a game, which is strange. Like, that's like charging for Warzone. Warzone 2 just came out today or yesterday, and it's, obviously Warzone's free. And that's like them charging 60 for Warzone, and it was, it's Warzone isn't a microtransaction heavy game because it's literally just a mode, but it's its own standalone, client now. But I don't think it should get so much hate because they are trying to fix certain things, but it's not enough. So the hate is warranted, but people are like acting like they just don't give a shit about the game. Like, they are actively trying to do a little bit of stuff, but it's like, this stuff shouldn't even have been talked about. It just should have just been already implemented into the game. Like, you weren't able to even buy skins by themselves in the shop. Like, you either had to buy the bundle or you're not getting the fucking skin. They just changed that, and the only reason you literally wouldn't even see that you can even buy the skin straight up when they did the change. You can't just go to the bundle itself in the store and just buy the skin straight up like that. You have to go to the hero, go to that specific skin, and then buy it that way. So let's say you wanted to buy the skin by itself, and this is like a new player or something like that, right? They wouldn't even know they could do it, so they accidentally buy the bundle maybe because they're thinking that they can't buy the skin on its own, and they had no idea. So now you're paying more when you didn't have to if you just wanted the skin. And that's why I was talking about aggressive marketing. They're not telling you can do these things, but they're just doing it, which doesn't make a lot of sense. And then there was another update where the legacy tokens from Overwatch 1, you can use it in this game, right? But the only people that can get them are people that played Overwatch 1. So it's kind of like, what the hell? 99% of the players already have all the skins that you can even buy with those tokens anyway. So it's like, what the hell? What was even the point of that? I don't get why they wouldn't make it easier for you to grind up these certain tokens, because that would make people play the game. You're not forced to buy things. You're still gonna make money, but people are gonna play your game more. That's why I don't get what these like AAA companies and stuff like this do whenever they have free games, but they force microtransactions, or they just force the battle pass to force these certain things for you, like buy skins, for you to buy this, that, and the third, when it doesn't make a lot of sense. You could make these things easier to get. In turn, you would still get money and you would still get playtime from a lot of players that are like, okay, I can get this just by playing the game, so I'm going to play the hell out the game so I can get these things, right? Obviously, you're still going to have a dedicated fan base. They're going to buy these things regardless or play the game regardless. It's not going to matter, but you would get more. You would get an influx of players if you would just do these simple things. But in a big corporation's eyes, like the big head honchos of the company, is just, we're making a lot of money anyway, so we're not going to change anything. Fuck that player. We're making the cheese, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter. From a business standpoint, obviously, they're not going to do shit. Who fucking cares? In their eyes, they're making a shit ton of money anyway. Who gives a shit? But I don't know, man. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. I feel like I said, I feel like the hate is warranted, but sometimes, I don't know. They are making changes, but the changes should have already been there. So that's what I was saying. Is it getting too much hate, or is it not getting enough? I don't know. It's a double-edged sword. You can go. It's like a seesaw. You could go either way. Honestly, I'm sort of like in the middle of it because I really don't care. Like, if I like skins, I'm gonna buy it. But it's like, I'm not gonna buy overpriced skins. Like the new skin that just came out for Symmetra. I'm not paying $20 for that shit for just one standalone skin. You're crazy. Like, I'm not doing that. So sorry. It's just literally, it's like a lot of the skins aren't worth it. And the skins that were in Overwatch 1 are $20 now. And I'm pretty sure they weren't even that much back then in that game. All the new legendaries and stuff like that came out in this game are $20. And it's like, what the hell? Why? And it's weird because they put these bundles and they try to put a discount or put 40% off when this bundle is not going to come back anytime soon. So there really isn't a 40% off. They just try to use that to try to trick your brain into buying it. Like, oh, if I don't get it now, I'm never going to get this deal again. When in reality, that's the base price. That percentage off will never be a thing. It will always stay at, like, let's say the bundle costs like $4,400, right? But it took off like 40% and now it's $2,600. The bundle is $2,600. They are lying to you with that discount off to entice you to buy it. And you could see that time and time again. Like, you can literally look now. Like, you can see all these things. They're trying to trick your brain into buying these things because I think you're stupid enough to actually believe that you're getting a deal when you're not. That's why I don't like games that have aggressive marketing, like with Valorant. They had to change their UI because they were getting a lot of backlash and a lot of people talking shit because they changed their whole UI and you couldn't pretty much go from tab to tab at the top like you could usually. It was just literally play, like, you know, all the game modes, the store, and that was it, pretty much. And home, play, store. Are you joking? It used to be, you know, home, career, collection, custom game, all that stuff at the top, right? They took it all away. So the only reason for you to go back to see all your collections, see like your match history and stuff like that, you had to go to the home button. Then you had to go to all that stuff. Then you had to go to whatever you wanted. Now they finally fixed it and put everything back at the top, which I don't know why they took it away in the first place. It's just aggressive marketing. Why would you only have play, home, and shop at the top? That doesn't even make any sense. What type of UI is that? And that's how it is with Overwatch as well. Whenever you're waiting in queue for a game, it says while you wait, open battle pass at the bottom. What? What do you mean while I wait? What am I gonna do? Fucking watch a slideshow of the battle pass items? Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't know. But I don't know. The hate is warranted, but also, I don't know. I feel like the game has potential. It really does. Like, this game could be game of the year potential like it was originally in Overwatch 1. It could be game of the year again if they actually make the game how it was, but better. Like, it's not hard. You literally have the foundation in the first game, and you took away the core shit. Like, the game is so simplistic looking when it comes to UI, and I don't know why that is, when Overwatch 1 literally had, like, cool-ass shit, like rewarding shit that you could get to show your performance and shit like that. Like, with the medals and shit I was talking about. And they was like, you know what? Yeah, fuck that. It's just, whatever. They even, like, the ranking system is strange. Just everything about it is just really weird with this game. But, I mean, hopefully it gets fixed soon. And, like I said, the game has potential, but I don't know. But that was pretty much the gist of the whole video. Like, I don't know. I just felt kind of weird about the whole microtransaction, but making the game free, but still making you pay for most things that should be just grindable for free because we're literally playing your game. But yeah, I don't know. Make sure you guys follow all my socials. Everything will be in the description: Discord, Twitch, Twitter, all that things. I post on Twitter a lot, so if you go ahead and go drop that a follow, greatly appreciate it. And go ahead and click subscribe, press that red button, go ahead, click that like button. Greatly appreciate everyone that does that. And if you don't, all good. Still love you the same. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Love you guys.